everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're new. It has been a while since I've posted anything. I have been really busy, so I'm just going to do an updated flip through today. If you've got any questions, please leave them below and we'll get started. So I'm still in my personal Moterm Luxe it was pebbled grey, but I did paint it in a slightly different coloured grey, and it is holding up quite well. There is some slight discoloration. I don't know if the camera is bringing it up on the closure, just here on the end, where I think the paint is rubbing away, and there is some cracking on the spine, but it's nothing really to worry about. It's got 30mm rings, I think, and so I've been in this for quite a while now. I've got quite a simple dashboard at the moment just because I couldn't really decide what to do, but I might change it. So this is an acetate from HRHandmade on Etsy. The Seek Magic in the Ordinary card is a freebie in my freebies folder, which I'll link down below. And I've got some almond drops up here, which are from PlanXStowe, and the paper clip is from PlanXStowe as well. In the secretarial pocket, I just have a letter and some sticky dots that I'm using for my monthly. And then in the zip pocket, I just have a couple of sticky notes and nothing in that pocket. This 2024 Year at a Glance, I think this is the copy that I made. It is in the same style as Paper Test Designs freebie, but hers unfortunately weren't released in time for January, and I did need one, so I just made this on Canva. This is my capture spot, so basically if I write anything down on sticky notes quickly, I put them here, and then at the end of the day or the end of the week I take all of the sticky notes off here and deal with the information or put it where it needs to go. So it's basically like an inbox, but I've sort of got my own version of the getting things done method that I follow. And I do have a freebie flowchart of my method in my freebies folder as well, if you would like to have a look. These tabs are from all of my side tabs, and top tabs are from Appointed Shop. If you search for Appointed Shop on Instagram, you'll find them, and they're an Etsy shop. I believe they were originally Bible tabs, but she does offer them with lots of different titles, and you can do custom as well. So this is, I think this was the cotton, I think it was called cotton colour, and then there's this colour that I use as well, but there are loads of colour options too, which is really nice. Mine are a bit battered now, which is kind of annoying, but that's nothing to do with the quality of the tabs. They're really tough vellum. They're really lovely, really easy to attach. They're just adhesive, so you just peel off the strip and stick it where you want it to go. And as you can see, 4 fit really perfectly down the side of Personal or Franken Covey Compact. And the way that I spaced these out is I just got a piece of plain paper. So this is your piece of plain paper, and just mark out a tab and just measure it on a piece of paper, and then you've got like a guide of where to put the sticky tabs. But yeah, I'd really recommend these tabs. You can see some of them are really holding up really well, and some of them are a little bit battered where my pen has pushed into it on the side or something has caught it on the top, but other than that they're really good, and they weren't a bad price either. and they've lasted much longer than any dividers that I've bought, so well worth it, I think. And this is not sponsored, by the way. And this is just a vellum that I made on Canva for my capture spot. And then I've just got an add to planner list and a couple of sticky notes that I need to deal with, and some squared paper, grid paper that I made just for jotting down notes. Then this is my routines section. These cover pages I have for each tabbed section, and I made those on Canva as well. I just wanted something really basic that would mark the start of the section. So this is my routines section, and then I've got my tasks tab. So in this section I've got this botanical acetate, that was from HRHandmade as well. And then I have my weekly planning routine, weekly routine tasks, monthly planning routine, and AM and PM routine. And I made all of these on Canva as well. And then I have a month specific tasks insert, and this is the same style as the Peanuts Planner Co insert, but I imported the Peanuts Planner Co insert into Canva, and I changed the fonts. If you have Canva Pro, you can now import PDFs, and some of them won't work, but if you import an insert that you like, you can sort of amend it to your liking. So I think I've changed the headings slightly, and I've changed the fonts. So I've got home maintenance tasks, appointments, kitchen tasks, bathroom tasks, bedroom tasks, and personal. So these are just things that need doing several months a year, but not every month. Then I've got my week specific tasks. So on this calendar I've indicated which week is which, according to which tasks need to be done. It's quite complicated to explain this, but I'll do my best. So this is like the month of tasks. So in week 1 I'll do personal tasks, week 2 I'll do office and admin, week 3 I'll do household tasks, and week 4 I'll do planning tasks. And on this calendar I've then highlighted which one is which. So grey is week 1, the sort of neutral colour is week 2, the peach colour is week 3, and the bluey purple colour is week 4. And then I'll tick it off once I've done all of the tasks. So they're things that need doing every month, but I space them out just so I don't get overwhelmed. Again, that was a Peanuts Planner Co insert that I imported into Canva and changed the fonts. Then I've got the task reminders freebie from Plan with B. And the planning trigger list and goal setting trigger lists from the planner spot, and I think they were freebies as well, and I use those when I do my brain dump, and I do that once a month when I am doing my week 4 tasks on here. So week 4 is basically setting up my planner for the new month and updating the kitchen calendar and things like that. Then I have my schedule section. So my schedule section is basically all of my calendars. So I've got a perpetual calendar which has birthdays, anniversaries, and everything that happens once a year. Then I have my future log, and this is an insert that I made myself just because I couldn't find what I was looking for on Etsy or any other site. So it's quite basic. I've just got a little calendar up there, This space I use to note down any renewals or expiry dates, for example like mortgage expiry or insurance or any subscriptions or free trials or anything. And it's working quite well. There's not much room to write, so if I do have a busy day it's quite hard to fit everything in, but I really like the overview and the fact that I can see the whole 4 months at a time. So that goes over 3 pages or three spreads. The next insert I have is my monthly views. So this is an insert that I made myself, which I've been using for a couple of years. It's just like a month overview on one page, and then on this side is like my brain dump. So I have home tasks, personal tasks, projects, goals, budget, watch list, reading list, wish list. These headings do change sometimes depending on what I'm doing in the month. So if I'm going away, I'll have a section on things that I need to do before I go. So they're not set in stone, and I like that I can change those up if I need to. I use various sticky dots, but the icons are from Papertarie. So I've got the whole 12 months in here. And this page marker is from PlanXStowe. And I put sticky notes on the future months in case there are any tasks I think of that I need to do in a specific month. And then I've got an ideal week insert. So I made this on Canva as well. I think it was from Peanuts Planner Co insert again. So it's just basically outlining how I want to spend my week and how I want to time block different things, where I have free time and where I want to focus on hobbies and workouts. And that's been really, really helpful to try and fit everything in that I want to. Then I've got last month's inserts, which I haven't taken out yet, but I do a cover page for every month just to keep them nice and neat and tidy. So this is a week on 2 pages that I designed. So I've got Monday through Thursday on this side, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday on this side. And then I've got meal plan, waiting on, zone cleaning, art focus, projects and to do this week. And they have been working really well. I have tried some other inserts, but I always go back to these just because they are really simple and uncomplicated, and they work really well, and they've got all the information that I need on them. And then on the back I've got a monthly review. So this is based on a freebie from Day Designer. So I've got notable events and projects, progress I made, biggest challenges, key learning and ways to improve, priorities for next month, top 3 actions I will take, monthly gratitude, and reflections, memories and more. So then once I am done with the month, I will take that out and put it in a plastic folder with the other months of the year, just to keep those all together. I don't usually keep my inserts, but I think I may start to. I'm not really sure. And then for April, I have changed my inserts slightly this month. So they're still the same basic layout, but I've added a section at the top of each day for events. So as you can see, previously I'd have the events within all of the tasks and they just kept getting lost. So I've now sectioned off the top couple of lines for different events, and that's pretty much all that's changed. I think I've put the days of the week in as well, just because they always need to be there. And I think for May I will add in the Monday to Sunday on the meal plan as well, because they're there every week as well. I've also slightly changed my planning system. So before I would plan each week at a time, but I was speaking to my friend Jess, and she said that she puts in all of her recurring tasks into her, she uses dailies rather than weeklies, but she puts them into her dailies all at once for the whole month. So I've been trying that, and it does take a long time, but it's really nice to have everything set up. And then when I need to plan my week, I can just literally just put in what's come up in the meantime, or what I need to add. And it's sort of less to do on a weekly basis, which is quite good. So this is all of April planned out, and then I've got my monthly review at the end that I will do at the end of the month. My next section is home. So in this section I have a home style mood board. So this was following a Substack Zoom session with Jessica Rose Williams. Her Instagram is great, and her YouTube videos are really lovely. So she does like slow living videos and minimalism and that kind of thing. And her photography is really, really lovely. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, I'd encourage you to check her out. I'll leave her linked below. So this is just a mood board of sort of the things that we have in our home in terms of like different colours and like the overall feel of it. So this is living room, office, master bedroom, and then bathroom. And then on the back there's some questions to answer that I need to do. So I just made this on Canva. And then I've got reference numbers for things around our home, so where we ordered our blinds from and what colour they were, paint colours, light fittings, that kind of thing. Really useful to have. These coloured dots just indicate the wall colour. And then I've got my home to-do list, so this is things I want to do per room. So I've got hallway, kitchen, lounge, bedroom and cloakroom. And then I've got a home maintenance log, so I write down anything that we have done in the house. So if we need to know when something was done, we can look back at that. I've then got a seasonal home maintenance list, which is a freebie in my freebies folder. So it's just things to do each season to keep maintaining your home. Next I've got my zone cleaning lists. These are also a freebie in my folder. So this is just the different areas of your home and different things you can do. It's based on the Fly Lady method basically. So things you can do weekly, things you can do when it's the zone cleaning, when you're in that zone. Self-care in the zone, things to restock, things to declutter, and home care, so any sort of maintenance jobs you can do in that area. Next I have utility contacts, so things like mortgage number, phone numbers and things. Then I have garden, so in this section I've just got a list of seasonal flowers and a list of seeds that I want to plant each month. Next section I have is finance. So this is just a another Peanuts Planner Co insert that I edited in Canva, and it's just to keep track of when different payments come out of my bank account to make sure all the bills are paid. Then I have online orders, which I might remove because I haven't used it since January. So I don't make that many online orders, but when I do, I basically leave the order confirmation in my email inbox until it's arrived, so that's kind of redundant. Then I've got a things to budget for, basically like a brain dump. So at the beginning of the month, when I'm planning the month, I will go through this and write down anything extra that I need to pay for that month. That's also a freebie in my freebies folder too. Next section I have is eat, which is probably the biggest section. This is my favourite cookie recipe, and on the back I've got my favourite brownie recipe, and these are just pictures from Unsplash, and I've just done these in Canva. Then I've got grocery store guide, which is in my freebies folder as well. So that's just to help you basically stock check when you're doing a grocery list, so you can just read through it and it should prompt you to remember that you've run out of certain things or to check your cupboards for them. Then I've got a vegan grocery list from Nutritiously. That's basically just another sort of prompt really. Then I've got volumetrics food prioritization, which I made on Canva. So I've really focused on healthy eating the past sort of 6 months. So I find having this kind of information really helpful. Then I've got a seasonal produce list, which is in my freebies folder as well. And then I've got some cards that I made on Canva. So I've got healthy habits, favourite healthy recipes, protein sources, healthy recipe resources, and just a couple of deco cards. These are just short recipes for things like quick tomato sauce and different kinds of fries, pizza sauce, just a couple of things that we cook quite regularly. These cards were made on Canva as well. The buffet food one is useful at Christmas when myself and my sister tend to split the shopping, so one of us will buy this list and one of us will buy this one, and rather than rewriting it every year, it's just easier to just have it. But it doesn't have to be Christmas specific, it could be anything. And then I've got a guest stay checklist, so things to buy and things to do when people come to stay. And then I've got a list of make ahead and quick dinners as well. And then I've got my meal plan, which is just a basic month on 2 pages and is very, very scribbly. I'm not neat with this at all because it changes so frequently. But it works. So I've been using a lot of pinch of nom recipes and they've really helped with my healthy eating and weight loss. So and alongside exercise as well, obviously. So if you are looking for some healthy recipes, I'd really recommend their recipe books, and I'll link one of them below just so you can see who they are. Then I've got my project section. So this is a project index, which I still need to fill out. I do have my older version in here. This is my old project index insert. And I need to transfer everything to this still, but I just haven't been able to yet. I've still got my planner set up list in here, just because I think that's quite a useful thing to keep for now. And I'll probably do the same thing for 2025. Then I've got this, which is I think it was an idea from Plan to Create, from Julie, and it's basically all the sticky dots that I have that match the Tombow markers that I'm using this year. So I usually pick a couple of Tombow markers to use in the year and then I'll use those throughout my planner so everything matches. Then I've got a blog post or YouTube video ideas list, a travel plan, a project plan, and then I have my personal section. So the first section, sort of subsection in the personal section, is goals. And this is just a vision board that I made on Canva at the start of the year. So I've got my word of the year here, a quote here from Mary Oliver, that says, "Tell me what is it you plan to do with your one wild and precious life." And then I've got my goals here. So, and then I've just sort of picked some pictures that reflect the goals. And this was a tracker that I was using to track my goals, but it didn't work very well. I really like the way it looks, but I'm just awful at keeping up the trackers, so I'm just not going to bother. My other goals were Kindle book no buy, which is something that I have been able to keep up with so far, which is really good, but I have bought a lot of physical books in the process, so I'm not sure whether that's really achieved much, but it means that I haven't accumulated any more Kindle books because I already have about 130 that I haven't read. It's a problem. Then I had play guitar at least once a week, which I have done because I've been scheduling it in. I've been trying to go on a solo date once a month, which I have done so far. Maintain healthy lifestyle, so 2 workouts per day, 20-minute walk per day, and low calorie, low carb, healthy eating. So I have slipped up a little bit on the workouts, but overall I am making really good progress, so that's good. Keep a journal I have been doing. Complete 1 art course per quarter. I have already completed 1 art course, which was by Shader Campbell, and that was a floral illustration course, which I really enjoyed. And read a poem a day, which started off really well, but I haven't kept up with it, mainly because I wouldn't say I don't think it's important, but it's not a priority on top of all the other goals. And I have been reading poetry more, even if it's not every day, and I have bought a few new poetry books as well, so I feel like that is a good enough progress for me, and I'm happy with that. So just a little goals update there if you're interested. Show you this one first. This is what I planned my goals out on at the beginning of the year, and then this is sort of a refined version. So I made those inserts, this insert myself. This one was from Peanuts Planner Co. And then there's a blank goals overview as well, because I was going to rewrite it a bit neater, but that didn't happen. Then I've got the schedules for the courses that I'm taking. So this is the one that I have completed, and this is the one that I'm going to start in April this month. And then next I have some capsule wardrobe information. So this is another mood board, and again it was inspired by the workshop that I took on personal style by Jessica Rose Williams again. And it's basically all the colours that I am comfortable wearing. I am actually going to edit this though, because I have narrowed down my colours quite a lot, just to simplify things, so I do need to change that a little bit. And then there's some questions again on the back, and that was made in Canva as well. These are just some notes that I took from one of Jessica's videos. and a couple more. This is a fold out that I created for a recent trip to York, and it's just got a packing list and all of the information about our stay. And then on the back I have like a mind map of different places to go and things to do, so that was quite useful. Then I've got a map of York, which I've had in here for ages. I'm not sure I really need it in there because Google Maps exists, but I quite like it. Then I've got a packing guide from Plan with B, a list of cards to send, so I just tick these boxes when I've bought the card, written the card and sent the card. I've also got a list of all these on Notion as well by quarter, so I can just go into the card shop and buy the whole quarter's cards and then they're done. And then I've got a gift ideas insert which I made, and a wish list. And then this is my wellness section. So the first section is trackers, and this is my health log for last year. This is my symptom tracker. I've called it this year, it's basically a health log. This is my symptom tracker for this year. So you can see why I've not been posting videos, because I have not been very well. Various joint issues and back issues, wrist issues, all sorts of things. I won't go into it, but and then I've got a medical log, so I just write down, it's like a summary of my appointments, so I can see at a glance really quickly when things happened. This is really useful because it's really difficult to talk on the phone to someone, especially when you have an illness, a chronic illness that affects your, basically gives you brain fog, and it's really hard to talk on the phone when you're trying to remember things and trying to access information quickly. It's just anything that can make that easier is really useful. These are doctor visit inserts from Peanuts Planner Co. And I just write down like a summary of my appointments on those. Then I have medical contacts. The next section is media. And the first insert is from Paper Test Designs, and it's just a yearly fold out, 6 months on each side. And I've been doing a movie a day challenge, so I am a couple of days behind just because I have been watching Manifest on Now TV and they're taking it off there on the 16th of April, so I'm trying to binge my way through it and finish it before they take it off. So I am a little bit behind, but hopefully I'll catch up. If you're curious which films I've watched, I have added them to my Instagram stories, so I'll leave my Instagram below. And then this is a TV release dates for this year. So there's not a lot going on, unfortunately. I don't know if anyone else is finding that there's not really a lot to watch. If you do have any recommendations, let me know. Then I've got a movie watch list, a TV show watch list, magazine issue tracker, which I thought would be really useful, but I haven't really used it a lot. I haven't really had time to read magazines. I try and read The Simple Things because I really like that one, but I try and prioritise reading books. And then I've got a book wish list, and I kind of gave up with that because there's just too many that I want. So that is a selection of the books on my wish list. My next section is create. So I've got a list of art videos to watch, and then I tick the second column once I've painted it or drawn it. Then I've got this is all the Caran d'Ache Luminance pencils that I have, so I just mark off the colour once I've got the pencil. Then I have a wish list for Jackson's Art Shop, which is my favourite art shop. And then I have a list of my favourite shops for dot stickers, icon stickers, printables, pens, things like that. Tech cheat sheet, so this is just things for like work passwords, password reset, Canva things, printing instructions and things like that. Then I've got highlighter swatches, the Peanuts Planner Co inserts that I have, and then I've got my contacts, which I won't show for obvious reasons. And then at the back I have a notes section, a pocket for receipts, and some sticky notes on a fly leaf, on a, what is this called? On this. Page lifter. Page lifter? Yeah, page lifter. And then I have some notes that I want to write up neatly, which still needs doing. Then I've got the Moterm leather fly leaf and nothing in the back pockets, and that is pretty much it. So if you have any questions, as I said, please leave them below. I hope this wasn't too long for you, and let me know if there are any videos that you would like to see or anything you'd like me to explain better. And I hope you have a good week. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.